In addition to these bosons that have already been discovered, there are two more bosons that have been theorized but not yet detected in particle accelerators. We know they must exist because the forces are there, but we haven't yet actually detected their effect in particle accelerators. And one of them is called the graviton. Just like you have a particle to mediate the weak force, and a particle to mediate the strong force, and a particle to mediate electromagnetism, there must be a particle out there that mediates gravity, and that makes gravity exist. And with that particle, it's theoretically called the graviton. It's the particle that causes the folding of space-time continuum and the connection between molecules that are far apart. It is the glue that holds matter together beyond electromagnetism. Because you see, gravity is what holds matter to other matter at long distances, like planets, galaxies, and things like that. The other amazing particle, also a boson and also yet hypothetical, is the idea of the Higgs boson. Now, like other bosons, the Higgs boson is nowhere and everywhere at the same time. And like other bosons, it can coexist with other bosons that are occupying the same quantum space or the same quantum state. It doesn't necessarily apply to the exclusion principle. And the cool thing about the Higgs boson is basically the particle that allows other particles to actually have a presence in the universe. Remember when we talked about leptons and quarks, we talked about the fact that they're basically energy that's trapped within a space, oscillating, condensed in a space-time. And basically then you have to have something to kind of anchor energy into space and time to actually create a particle that's detectable or that has actual presence. And so the Higgs boson is a theoretical particle that mediates the universe's capacity to generate mass or to trap energy in a way that's actually tangible. Just like gluons create the strong force, just like photons create electromagnetism, and like the W and Z bosons create the weak interaction, and then theoretically the graviton creates gravity, the Higgs boson is what creates mass. So any particle that has mass, including leptons, quarks, and W and Z bosons, are under the influence of the Higgs boson to actually create mass. Some scientists refer to the Higgs boson as the God particle because it's a way to actually unite the universe. Everything in the universe is connected through these particles, which actually give them presence. And through these particles, they are actually all one and the same. Through these particles, they are all energy, which is basically exerting an influence or an essence in the universe. So you can see how that becomes a little metaphysical, that pure energy is becoming pure things because of the essence of this particle. The best example of it is kind of think of a party where suddenly a celebrity walks in, like the example that I'm giving you here in the cocktail party. All of a sudden, everybody will basically gather around a celebrity, and then that suddenly becomes the life of the party. And as the stuff clumps around that, it will be harder for any one guest to actually be alone. All the things will kind of be gathering around this party, and the party will actually get started. And now that the particles are actually gathering, they actually have become tangible or measurable or actually able to have inertia or actually be harder to stop or harder to make it move, like we experience in mass, or that basic property of mass, or of having that inertia. And so, but without that particle that brought energy together and clumped it and anchored it into space-time, you wouldn't have mass in the first place. Now, we haven't yet found evidence of the existence of the Higgs boson. It's just a theoretical construct to explain why things have mass and why they actually basically slow down the universe or curve the universe or change the space-time because of this interaction that they have. The discovery of the Higgs boson would confirm the standard model of physics for particles that we've been discussing here, and it actually launches into a new understanding of the nature of the universe. It would really show and prove that everything in the universe is truly connected, that all the things are basically manifestations of the same thing, that energy is basically what the universe is, and everything we see and experience as reality, everything there is, everything that happens, is basically different aspects of the same thing. Basically, the Higgs boson will be the connecting force behind it all. The particle that unites all other particles. The particle that gives essence and presence to all particles. The particle that explains why particles are and why particles do what they do. And that is the theory of everything that we're actually searching for. And so no wonder why people refer to it as the God particle.